My name is Muhammad Bello Aliyu, Registrar Chief Executive of Computer Professional Registration Council of Nigeria. So many things has inspired me because I have a new look at what leadership is all about now, and I think the operation and also aspect of that has to do with what I need to do and make decisions at the right time that involves what the future holds is something that really has inspired me. So many ideas. Of course, I can't thank the faculties enough in terms of what they have done. Particularly when I think about a model like the Canvas model, I feel like I'm just taking it away because I intend using it directly as it is when I could go back to where I am from. And we have Buka, so it's really interesting. When I get back, I think I'm going to really do things differently, and differently in the sense that I'm going to make sure that whatever I'm going to do is what I'm paid for to do, because I realize that we are more into operational aspects, so I am going to deviate completely from the tactical side to the strategic side, so as to really achieve the mandates of my organization and also bring about the opportunities that I had here to the other team members, so that each department will do its optimal best.
My name is Ahmad Mohammed Barrow, and I work as a bank examiner with the Central Bank of Nigeria. Honestly, I like so many things about the program, because it has actually changed my perception. Prior to my coming for the program, I had some complete different views about strategic thinking as well as strategy, but having been in attendance through some of this session, I have a complete change of perception about what strategy entails. So it has been a great experience for me, which I've never been opportune now to go through before now. So the experience has been quite great. So many things inspired me really. Especially when we talk about strategic thinking and strategic action, well, we need to bring those two together for us to have a clear direction that will bring about some change. It's actually very, very, very inspiring. And what also inspired me was, in fact, I've come to understand that what we've been doing back in my organization, there's no clear demarcation between strategic action and tactical. So you find that there are those that are supposed to focus on strategic issues, but they are highly also involved in tactical. So with this type of training that I've undergone, I think it will be very easy to streamline the processes if given the opportunity to do so. From the way we traditionally do things manually to a process which is IT-based and driven, and it has actually introduced some efficiency into the processes, and which delivers some tremendous value out to our customers. So in essence, the IT has actually changed the way we do our business with our customers, the way we deliver services in a more efficient way, and by so doing, we enhance the value proposition to our customer. So IT has been a game changer really in the way we deliver our businesses to our respective customers. We will make some proposition based on what I have learned, because I have already mentioned before that I realized that top management in my organization, they get involved in tactical issues rather than focusing more on strategic issues. So I think that should be an area where we really need to have a rethink. Let's say those that are supposed to be strategic in their thinking, let them just focus on that strategic thinking while leaving the tactical issues to those that are supposed to do the tactical operation, like the senior and the lower management, while the higher management should focus on their strategic thinking and action.
My name is Kingsley Chukwemeka Egu. I'm a Nigerian working with Nigerian Customs Service and Master and Control Agent of Customs. and a commandant of Nigerian Customs Command and Staff College. The program is quite rich. The content is very insightful, impactful, and the content is in fact directed and tailored towards the contemporary leadership challenges we have in the country. All specific and directed towards leadership challenges in the country, which is strategic leadership in the digital age, because we are evolving and we have to be futuristic. Yes, the idea exactly is about putting my thoughts, combining my thoughts and actions to give direction for a positive change, actually. So because in Nigeria as well, in Nigeria, mostly all of us, not only in Nigeria, but all over the world, we have a lot of people showing up policies, discussing about policies, a lot of policies, very good policies, but without putting them into action. But from what I learned here, if you have policies, if you can have the best policies in the world without putting into action, it amounts to nothing. But as a strategic leader, you try and thrive and strive into combining your thoughts with your actions and to give direction. And as a matter of fact, you allocate more time in thinking forward, in futuristic thinking, and coming out with policies and coming out with direction, because the world is not static, the world is dynamic. So you have to look at things, what if this thing happens tomorrow? What if this thing happens tomorrow? Because the world is not static, just like what you have even in telecommunication industries, where if you're not thinking where the next company will take over a job, if you're not thinking where the next company will take over a job, you may be doing well, routine-wise, but you have to be very proactive in your thinking. So this, my key take-home here is to be very proactive in thinking. As a leader, you have to be very proactive in thinking. You have to move from the operational level to the strategic thinking and be the sense maker of your company, of your organization thinking. I'm going to do differently. It's simple. It may look simple, but it's simple. I have to sit back, think of the future of my organization. What my organization will be tomorrow. What may be the likely challenges of tomorrow. And one thing I learned here is taking risk. You can always take risk. You don't have to be afraid of failure, but you have to tailor your risk, calculate your risk, because my organization is a public organization where you cannot, if you take so much risk, it may affect the whole country. But you have to tailor your risk, but you must take the risk. And it must be dynamic in thinking and purely digitalize the economy, end-to-end automation, which we've started in Nigerian Customs Service. We've started end-to-end automation, but the implementation, that is the action type. Earlier, I was talking to you about combining the thought with action. So if we go back now, automation, end-to-end automation, to achieve facilitation of trade, suppression of smuggling, and collection of revenue for the government, including collecting correct data, fiscal data for fiscal policies.
I am Adekumbi, Mrs. Adekumbi Kako, Central Bank and from other financial institutions, departments of Central Bank of Nigeria. Entertaining. This is the first time Texem has really gotten it. They got it right in impacting leaders on how to think strategically in this digital age, and this program has been an eye-opener. It's an eye-opener. I'm going back as a change champion. What I used to think works, I've now found that is not the ideal. And I'm going back to Nigeria as a change champion to put things right, everything I've learned. What inspired me the most is the realization of knowing that I have not been strategic in my leadership. And that's what I've been doing. I have to devolve myself from operation and face strategy squarely and do the strategic thinking for my organization to get the best out of me. It has significantly transformed the way I think and the way I approach things. I now know what to look for and what to look out for to be a good leader. I'm going to put to price everything I've learned, and I'm sure I'm going away as an ambassador for Texem and to make sure that CBN gets better. Thank you.
Texem, insights that inspire, actions that change the world.